Okay, so this is Rain Gass interviewing her mother, Marquette Gass, on November 30th at 6:17 p.m. So, Mom, is there any humorous or lighthearted story from my childhood that you would like to share?
I have several I would like to share, but I think one of the funniest moments was occurred when you were about 5 years old, 6 years old. Ever since you were a child, um, you absolutely loved dinosaurs. You wanted to hunt dinosaurs. You wanted to do that. You wanted to be a paleontologist. I remember when you were around that, just a little younger than that, you got sick. You got pneumonia and took you to the hospital. And when you were in the hospital, the nursing staff, the women in the emergency department asked you what you wanted to be, and you didn't say you wanted to be a ballet dancer or you wanted to be a firefighter. You said, I want to be a paleontologist. And and then you went on to say exactly what a paleontologist did, and that was really surprising to them. Here was this little girl who wanted to be a paleontologist and knew what that was. And every woman all over the floor, all the medical staff, the women just kept coming in to say hi to you and see you and meet you. They just loved it. And I loved it too. I love the fact that you had this goal, this dream. So much so that we were living in Sacramento, California, and downtown there's this really huge mall. And it's like several stories, and I found out that they were having animatronic dinosaurs at the mall. And I said, oh, I want to take Rain to see these animatronic dinosaurs. And I didn't want her to know, didn't tell anything like that. I told her brother, who was 10, so he would know what we were doing, but we didn't tell her. So we go to the mall. It's her dad and me and her brother. We're going to the mall. We've got her, and we're going up the escalator because the dinosaurs were on the upper floor. And I'm just excited because I can't wait until she gets off the elevator and sees those moving dinosaurs, see this exhibit. Well, we go up the escalator. She gets off. She turns to the right. And as she turns to the right, this giant T-Rex turns its head at her and lets out this giant roar. Rain, your face. Your eyes got big, and in an instant, you didn't think about it. There was no crying. There was nothing. You turned, you just pivoted and took off running. You weren't crying. You weren't yelling. You weren't anything. You didn't go for daddy or nothing. You had your arms up and you were literally just pumping, running down the mall. People were laughing because they saw what happened. Your dad takes off running after you, trying to catch you. And honestly, I don't know what you were thinking. You didn't even try to warn us. I mean, you didn't even say run or nothing. Just like you were saving yourself. You were just heading down the mall, and it was the funniest thing.
In my defense, I don't actually remember any of this. I remember seeing dinosaurs, but that was about it.
Well, you saw them, and I honestly, I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know what was going through your head, but you were leaving that mall.
Well,
Your
clearly I
dad,
wanted to live.
your dad caught you, brought you back. We explained about them. Once we explained that they were just mechanical, you were fine with that. But for a brief moment there, you were not okay. And I thought it was funny. You still went on to want to become a paleontologist. And though now you're in anthropology, you study humans. And I don't know, I always think that maybe that's because you realize that humans didn't exist when there were dinosaurs. So maybe that's kind of a safer environment for you. But that was one really funny story. seeing you running, this little girl running down the mall to get away from the dinosaurs. That was a treat.
Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur! Jesus Christ, what the fuck?